What are your thoughts on this revamped roster and the potential it could have?
Really big potential. Obviously, we've had on our mind that next year we want to be better. Hopefully, get to the playoffs, and this addition is definitely going to help to it. We need vets like them that have experience into this league. So it's really exciting, and I'm the first one excited about it.
Thank you.
Next, from Chris Kirshner. All right. We will move on to Christos from Greece.
Hello, Clint. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. I would like to ask you how excited you are to collaborate with players like Bogdan Bogdanovic, Danilo Gallinari, and also Rondo, and what do you expect to learn from them next season?
Obviously, Rondo, five-star point guard, been playing in the league for years. I've been watching him way before I've even really dreamed about the NBA. So he definitely gonna bring his knowledge about the game. Gallinari, obviously, really great scorer, player, been around the league, and yeah, it's going to be definitely being able to bring to this team. And Bogdanovic, definitely one of the best shooter that I've known, and I just can't wait to learn and play and be around these guys and get a lot of wins.
And a quick follow up: how far from the playoff from a playoff spot?
Excuse me.
How far from a playoff spot you are right now?
We haven't started yet, so we're gonna have a better idea whenever we start playing. So we can't wait to start tomorrow and get ready and start the game. So we're gonna being able to have a better picture on what our goals are.
Thank you.
Now we'll go to Chris Kirshner.
How are you feeling health-wise? Are there any lingering effects with your heel? Do you still feel any sort of pain when you're running up and down the floor and jumping?
Thank you for asking. I'm feeling good and ready to go.
Steve Hummer from the AJC.
Yeah, I was just wondering about what were your impressions of Rajon as an opponent when you had to play against him? They had some pretty heated moments with Houston. What was your impression of the man?
Yeah, I remember played him my first playoff game back in 2015 whenever it was with Dallas. After the Lakers or Chicago. He's a stud about the game. He's just that kind of point guard that just might throw a play because he knows exactly where the help is or how the help's gonna come up, and he's that kind of guy. That kind of players are really special. They're studied about the games. They watch games all day, every day. Every day at practice, you learn something new about the game because of them, and I just can't wait to get it started with him.
Thank you.
Back to Sarah.
Clint, when you look at this roster, obviously it looks like this team is going to be much better just shooting-wise, but also team defense was something you guys needed to improve on big time. Now that you'll be able to play, now that you've added guys like Chris Dunn, maybe with DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish getting a little bit older, how much improvement do you think this team can make on defense?
Definitely being able to focus more on defense all game long, more consistent on games, not just decide which game, not pick on games that we want to defend. It really has to become an identity for us, and it will definitely help us to get way further that we want to be, and have guys like that, a guy like me, that definitely going to bring that voice and that communication on defense, and keep everybody accountable on that end, on that end. Yeah.
we'll go to Nia from Crush.
Hi, Clint. So when you first got to Atlanta, of course, when you were traded in February, you were recovering from an injury. So now we get to see you pretty much in full throttle. What are you looking for most from you and for the new team and the young core?
I get our chemistry together, go out there, practice hard, get a couple of practices down and back, get to know each other, have that chemistry going, and get it started. Get wins, really have that chemistry, offensive and defensively. Waiting on me to be that anchor defensively, be that motor offensively by running the floor, setting screens, and be as good as I can, and as it was rebounding the ball. And I really hope that we can be good. Great.
Thank you. And I just wanted to ask you also, how have you been able to gel now, now that you're physically practicing and being able to get that chemistry going with your team?
What do you mean by gel? Like,
gelling, like meaning the chemistry on and off the court. And
yeah. So we haven't really had the chance with the new guys, so it's going to be again different. But for my part, I've been feeling pretty good. My body feel good, so I just can't wait to get it started.
Thank you.
Sarah?
I remember a while back, and you mentioned you wanted to bring a winning mindset to this team, to, at that time, a very young team of guys who hadn't really won in the NBA, much less at a high level. Now that there are other veterans on the team, guys like Rondo, guys like Gallo, who have won in the NBA, do you think that'll help that winning mindset translate to this team overall, to the young guys and overall?
Definitely, by bringing that consistency on day in and day out, by doing the right things, take care of your body, or know the tendencies of other players of the team, and be focused on every game. It's not because we just won a big game that the next game we're just gonna chill. Like, every single game is gonna be really important for us, and it definitely the guys that just add up to the group are gonna help to bring that mentality.
Jamila Johnson.
Hey, Clint, how are you?
Hey, good. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. So the NBA has been trying to obviously grow the game globally over the past few years, and with the addition of the new players, you guys have a pretty international team. How important is that to have that international representation on the team?
It's huge because now I know. For my part, I have some family in Europe, in Africa. We have guys from Serbia, Italy. It just helps the game to grow and to bring it to another level. And also knowing that the NBA is doing such an unbelievable job to bring that intention to another level, adding international players to the game of the NBA, it's huge because it helps people in Europe or in Africa to feel that they also can do it. And it just brings more fans also.
Back to Chris.
It's been almost a year now since you've been able to compete. I think your last game was January 29th. What's it been like mentally for you to not be able to go out there and compete for such a long period of time?
Yeah, not easy. Honestly, I think the hardest part is definitely being on the bench. That's like the worst, because you want to get involved, but you just do the best you can by being vocal and everything. But the thing that you really want is just be out there and be out there grinding with the guys. So I've done it for like a month after I was hurt, but and now this virus didn't help either. But it is kind of hard. I'm sure it was hard for every player, of course. But have to keep your body in shape, do all this workout, this running, stay in condition. But as a basketball player, like the best way to stay in condition is to play basketball. So the fact that the game was taken away from us, which was definitely tough mentally and physically, because you have to stay in shape and not the way you want to.
Edwin Powell.
Good afternoon, Clint. You spoke a little bit about chemistry. What does it take for a team when you have so many new bodies? What does it take for everyone to come together and be on one page?
Definitely. The first thing that comes to my mind is sacrifices. Everybody needs to know their role, and everybody needs to be able to and know to bring the best qualities to our team. And this is how we're going to get it. And this is how you build a chemistry. Obviously, practice is going to help. Preseason games going to help. Watching films going to help, and just get better as a group is going to help. So we're going to figure it out, and that's the exciting part of it.
Back to Sarah.
What are your thoughts on your new rookie Onyeka Okongwu? What are your thoughts on his talent and potential and what he'll bring to the team, and maybe if you can help him along in any kind of way?
Yeah, definitely. So I've never really got a chance to watch him, but I love this guy. He's really humble, coming in and do his work. I can tell that he's really focused, and he's open to learn. Whenever I talk to him, he's really ready to listen, and I really feel that he's going to learn a lot, and he's going to grow. He's going to grow a lot too.
Chris.
I wanted to ask you, so obviously as a former Rocket, last night Houston traded Westbrook. What were your thoughts on the trade, and just what's going on in Houston? Just what are your thoughts on everything?
I don't want to comment on that. I had great years in Houston, and now my head is in Atlanta.
Okay. We will go back to Christos in Greece.
Clint, I would like to ask you about the Swiss national team, because you celebrate the win against Serbia. I learned that you text messages to the players of Swiss national team. How do you feel to represent the Switzerland in the NBA?
It's huge for me, even if it's a really small country in Europe. I was born and raised there, so it just means a lot to me. I've been proposed to change my passport to be French whenever I was younger, and I always refused, because all I got and everything I've learned in my life beyond basketball is from there. So it's just really important for me to represent my country here in the United States, and that victory against Serbia was just so huge. Probably one of the best victory of our national team. So I was so happy that I had to share it with the guys, and I got to call them on FaceTime in the locker room after the game. And it's the country, you can't explain it. You just love it.
Thank you.
Got just a couple more. Back to Nia.
So with COVID happening and things of that sort, everything is just, of course, different. So what have you been doing outside of when you guys meet for practice, or if you guys meet on Zoom, to make sure that you have that relationship built with all of your teammates and, of course,
yeah, definitely. During COVID, it was a lot of Zoom. We were doing individual workout at home. It was pretty rough, but I think the team did a pretty good job by keeping each other accountable by being on Zoom a lot. So that's what we did, and it really helped us. And also we had that mini camp. They also got us together again. So it was pretty good.
And our final question will come from Sarah Spencer.
Not to make you revisit the injury thing too much, but I know it was a little bit of a tricky injury. Do you anticipate there being any limitations on you with it when the season starts, or no?
No, as far as today, I feel good. It really didn't bother me. Because last time I played was really in January. We're in December, so today I feel fully healed.
One quick follow-up. That's got to be a good feeling for games to finally be nearing, and you're finally going to kind of be unleashed after so long of not being able to play.
Yeah.
What are the emotions like? How excited are you?
Yeah, it almost feel like, I don't know, I haven't went to work in forever. So it's like it's kind of a weird feeling because it never happened before. Like even before the NBA, I've never not playing basketball for 9 months. So it's kind of, yeah, it's tough to explain. It's just, it was such a grind to have to stay in shape, not knowing when it was coming back. It was supposed to come back maybe May, June. It was supposed to be the 30 teams. Then it was 22 teams. And then they wanted to start the season earlier that it didn't. So it almost like you had to stay ready because you never really know when it was going to come back. So it kept me on my toes every single time, and that was really challenging. And I'm so excited now to finally go back and do what I do.
Thank you, Clint.
Thank you, guys.
All right, Clint. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.
You too.
All right, thank you, everybody.
Thank you.